a tribute to America's dumbest congressman.
This administration has so many Muslim Brotherhood members that have influence that they just are making wrong decisions for America.
We've been battling this socialist health care, the nationalization of health care, that is going to absolutely kill senior citizens. They'll put them on lists and force them to die early.
Thank you, dear God, for the gift of Andrew Breitbart. People have got to understand that we're serious about stopping the massive load we are putting on our children and their children. If you're oriented toward animals, bestiality, then you know that's not something that could be held against you, or any bias be held against you for that, which means you'd have to strike any laws against bestiality. If you're oriented toward corpses, toward children, you know, there are all kinds of perversions, what most of us would call perversions. Some would say it sounds like fun.
Tell us about the research.
You're attacking the messenger. Anderson, you're better than this. You used to be good. You used to find that there was a problem, and you would go after it.
Sir, I'm just asking you for evidence of something you said on the floor of the House.
Southern accent. I did, and you listen, this is a problem. If you had spent as much time looking into the problem as you have been trying to come after me and belittle me this week,
Sir, do you want to offer any evidence? I'm giving you an opportunity to say what research and evidence you have. You've offered none, other than yelling.
Do you ever look at your website? Do you ever look at your website? Do you?
Sure.
Because if you had, you would have...
I mean, I had one guy that was particularly out of line, and I warned him 3 times, and then we duct taped his head, and we didn't hear from him till it was his turn to talk. And
that's when you were a judge?
That was when I was a judge of felony court.
That didn't go in your courtroom.
Well, you just had to, gave him 3 warnings, made the record, and then wrapped him up. We know Al-Qaeda has camps over with the drug cartels on the other side of the Mexican border. We know that people are now being trained to come in and act like Hispanic when they're radical Islamists. You won't be satisfied until I bring in someone who says, I'm a terrorist and you're right. I'll
take a legitimate former FBI agent who actually offers evidence. If you can present that person, let us know off camera. We'd be happy to talk to them off camera. But so far, you presented nothing.
FBI agent. I promised him I would not reveal his name.
Well, that's convenient.
You follow me around the world. You see me hugging Muslims around the world. Thank you, President Barack Hussein Obama. This will be quite a legacy for you. And I'm not one of those who says he's not a Christian. All I know is that's between him and God. But what I do know is he has helped jumpstart a new Ottoman Empire. I'm not going to debate the merits of whether we should or should not have gone to Vietnam. But what I will tell you is Vietnam was winnable, but people in Washington decided we would not win it.
Ultimately, they're saying you have to hire whatever Satan worshiper, whatever cross-dresser you think might be immoral, if that's against your religious belief. You are going to be forced to abandon your religious beliefs. And we've been seeing that with some of the requirements under Obamacare.
This administration seems to have a hard time recognizing members of terrorist groups who are allowed into the White House. You're aware of that happening, aren't you?
Absolutely not.
When you attack somebody's integrity and say they made statements that were not true, then of course that raises a point of personal privilege. But the Attorney General failed to answer my questions about what was
after what he went back and regular order, Mr. Chairman.
Aspersions on my asparagus.
The gentleman, Mr. Chairman.
Aspersions on my asparagus.
Mr. Chairman.
Aspersions on my asparagus.
Louis Gohmert is simply too stupid to be in Congress. Now, understand something. I always talk about the #1 problem that we face in our politics in the United States is corruption. What we have is, without question, a system of legalized bribery. The Supreme Court, over the course of decades, has ruled that money equals free speech. So by definition, the person with the loudest voice is the one that has the most money. Whoever donates to the politicians can buy them, and then the politicians completely disregard their constituents, which is why, by the way, even if an overwhelming majority of the American people are on one side of an issue, we usually don't get our way. So corruption is the number one issue. The number two issue, as Louis Gohmert shows us, is stupidity.